So my nan passed away this week and I went to see her on her deathbed, and I honestly just had so many realizations about life, about the way that I'm living, about how I can step further into my truth, and I wanted to share them with you today because I believe that cliches are cliches for a reason, right? There's a reason why people always share messages when they see people that have passed away or when they've had near-death experiences, and it's because these moments happen to shake you up and remind you that you literally have one life to live. Whether you believe in reincarnation, whether you believe that you've been here before, it doesn't fucking matter. The truth is, you only have this experience right now that you can be so sure of. And what you choose to do with your time here on the planet matters. And I think that although obviously I'm sad that my nan has passed away, there is so much beauty that can be taken in the passing of somebody, because it can be such a potent fucking wake-up call and a reminder to stop playing small in all the areas that you are still playing small. Something that just really hit me like a slap around the face as I was sat at my nan's bedside in the hospital bed, like all of my family around me. She isn't able to speak, she isn't able to really move or talk or eat, is how much stuff does not matter. I believe in living life with intention. Okay, be intentional about what you're doing and how you're living, but don't forget to fucking zoom out frequently and ask yourself, is everything that I'm worrying about, is everything that I'm doing, does it really fucking matter? Because the truth is that most of it doesn't. I constantly think about being on my deathbed, and not in a morbid way, in a way of like, am I going to give a shit about this when I'm 90 and I'm lying in the hospital? 95% of things, probably not. What you will remember on your deathbed is regret. Regret of not saying the things that you wish you'd said. Regret of not going after the goals and the dreams that you'd had, of not expressing yourself more, of not telling people you love them more, not telling some people to fuck off quicker. The time that you have right now is so finite, and you're probably so fucking caught up in so much mundane and unnecessary and irrelevant shit, because that's what we do as human beings, right? We love to dwell and we love to stew and marinate on things that we said 12 years ago or people that hurt us. I know for a fact there are so many things you want to achieve with your life and you're not doing it. You're holding yourself back because you're scared. You're scared of what people think. You're scared of what people are going to say. You're scared of doing it wrong. You're scared of tripping and falling on your face. You're scared of failing. Now I want you to ask yourself this question. If you were to end up in the hospital tomorrow, if you were to go to the other side, wherever that is, tomorrow, what are you going to be saying to yourself? You're going to be saying, I wish that I'd just done the fucking thing. And all these people that you think care about you and are talking about you and are whispering about you, whether they are or not, is kind of irrelevant. Because at the end of your life, you're only going to look back at yourself. Do you think my nan was lying there at the end of her life thinking about all of the other people that she's gossiped about in her life? How other people lived their life, the things that they did? No. She would have been reflecting on herself, her life, her family, her choices. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't ask her if she had any regrets. I couldn't ask her if she had any pearls of wisdom or she'd do anything differently. But I guarantee she's not thinking about what her fucking neighbour was up to. Just like whoever you think is talking about you isn't going to be giving a fuck about it in 50 years' time. Probably not even in 5 minutes' time. And I know for a fact that the regret of not doing anything is going to be way worse than the regret of doing something and failing at it and giving it a go. I'm 34 right now, okay? And whenever I look back at things in my life and I feel a pang of regret, it's at the things that I didn't do. The times when I wish that I'd spoken up. The times when I wish I'd told somebody sooner how I felt. The times when I wish I'd fought for some relationships. The times when I was given an opportunity and I didn't take it because I was scared, and I look back and think, I wish I'd fucking took it. Now, I'm not suggesting that you dwell on regrets. I don't think it's helpful, but use them as lessons, okay? You can start a fresh sheet anytime. You can choose right now, the next time I get that opportunity, I'm going to take it, or do you know what? I'm going to create that opportunity for myself. That thing you want to do, that thing you want to create, start creating it now. The person you want to see more of, tell them now, reach out to them now, ask them for coffee. The person that's draining the fuck out of you and you know is taking your life force and is blocking you from living the life that you want to live, cut them out now. Send them a text right now and say you need space. Don't wait for a big life event. Don't wait for a loved one to pass or for you to have some sort of rock bottom to have these realizations, because you can have them in every moment. If you have ideas for things that you want to birth into this world, do it, because if you don't, someone else will. Elizabeth Gilbert talks about in her book Big Magic, and this has always stuck with me, that ideas have a life force of their own, and if you do not birth them into reality, they will go to someone else, which is why so often you can have an idea for something and then you don't act on it and you can see someone else does it, because that idea is going to go, okay, this person isn't going to do anything with this, I'm going to go to the next person. Don't be that person that looks looks back at the end of their life and realizes that they never stood for anything, that they never fought for what they wanted, that they never put themselves out there. Don't be the person that constantly tells themselves, oh, it could never be me. Oh, I just don't have it in me. Oh, I'm just not that kind of person. Change that. Become that person. Do you think I have always been the type of person that's been confident to speak on camera and to put her content out into the world? Fuck no. I became that person because I had a feeling inside of me that was niggling away at me, telling me you have a message to share, you need to start being visible, you need to get over your fear of being seen. And I knew the consequences of me not doing that were me living an unfulfilled life. Every day that I didn't do it, although there was fear, there was more regret there of I didn't put myself out there again. It's not about there never being any fear or there never being any self-doubt. It's just that desire to do something, that drive being 1% more, and you bring the rest along for a ride. There's always going to be people talking about you. There's always going to be people that aren't rooting for you. Ignore them. Let them. They're the people that are going to be miserable on their deathbeds. They're going to look back and realise they did fuck all. They spent their lives gossiping about other people. How sad is that? Be the person that can look back at the end of their life and say, wow, I truly lived. Wow, I was so brave because I put myself out there, even though I had no fucking clue what I was doing 95% of the time. Be the person that says, I might not have been perfect, but I showed up. I was courageous. I fought for what I believed in. I shared the message that was given to me. I fulfilled my purpose here on this planet in this lifetime. No one is going to hand you everything on a plate. Harsh, brutal reality that took me a long time to realise. Waiting for things to be perfect. Waiting for somebody to just hand you the golden keys to the empire. Do you think that's how everybody that you admire got what they wanted? Whatever successful person that you look up to, whether that's Joe Dispenza, whether that's Taylor Swift, like in Teal Swan, have you heard her story? No one just handed them everything on a silver platter. They had to fuck around and find out. They had to get really okay with criticism and judgment and failing, getting hate online, alchemizing their pain into their purpose and saying, I am not going to let this hold me back. I am not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to let these demons that are inside my head, inside my nervous system, I'm not going to let them hold me back. And you need to do the same. I know that you are here for big things. You would not even be on my channel if you are not here to be some sort of healer, cycle breaker, disruptor, storyteller. I know that the women that come into my world have been through incredible amounts of shit. We commune over the internet and over the ether because we've had a fucking rough ride here on earth. And I honestly believe that the reason for that is because we are here to show up and serve. We are here to show up and share a message. We are here to do things that 95% of people aren't willing to do. And we are here to live enormous and adventurous and beautiful and complex lives. But you cannot do that watching from the sidelines, watching over your phone, doom scrolling in bed every night, thinking, I'll just consume some more information. I'll just read another book on it. I'll watch another course on it. I'll watch another YouTube video. You have to take action. And the crazy thing about taking this action is you never know which thing that you do is going to lead you to where you're going to be. Like, how fucking exciting is that? I express myself in multiple different ways on multiple different platforms because my end goal is the same. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get there, but I just know the more that I allow spirit to flow through me and I show up when it's from a place of intuitive and inspired action, I will get that. And it's the same for you, but you have got to wake up. You've woke up consciously. You've had your spiritual awakening. You don't want to be living in the matrix anymore. Maybe you're not living in the matrix anymore, although I believe we all are to some extent. Now, what are you going to do with this level of consciousness that you've achieved? What are you going to do with the lessons that you've learned on your journey up until this point? What are you going to do with the gifts that you have been given that are unique to you? How are you going to share them? Because you've been given them for a reason. You've been given them because people need your help. People need your voice. People need your creations, your art, your expression. But you've got to put yourself out there. That's the only way you're going to get the opportunities that you want. Life is way too short and things happen so unpredictably. You can't keep sitting on your dreams. You need to be an active participant in your own life. Co-creation, right? Manifestation is co-creation, you and the universe. You can't just kick back and be like, universe, give me, give me, give me, give me. You need to meet halfway, which means literally or figuratively getting off your cute ass and making some bold fucking moves. I know that this experience and coming face to face with death and with the end of a loved one's life, it hasn't been this kind of like slap around the face wake up call, because I feel like I am someone who reflects on this a lot. But it has just further instilled this deep sense of knowing in me that it's like, it's all so much bigger than me. Be intentional and find meaning in everything in a beautiful way, but also nothing matters. Don't get so caught up in the meaning of everything that it becomes this big thing that ends up blocking you. Do things with love, do things with conviction, do things from a place of instinct and inspired action, and then move on. And constantly ask yourself, am I going to give a flying fuck about this in 50 years' time, in 5 months' time? If the answer is no, let it go. The world is yours for the taking, but you are the one that has to reach out your hand and make the first move.